Good morning, everybody. I hope you are all well. So I'm coming on this morning to teach a basics essential oils class. So there are a couple of people that are new in here which will watch this today. So welcome. Those of you that have been here a while and you want to just recap your knowledge, or if you have any questions, then please feel free to ask in the comments. I'm just going to tag a lady who wants me to tell them, Tina, when I'm going live. So hopefully Tina will see that. So this morning I'm going to teach you a basic essential oils class, which will teach you what the oils are, how you can use them, why I use the doTERRA oils over any other brand. And then what I thought I'd do today is actually go through the top 10 oils. So just briefly going through each oil just to go over what it's all about and how you can use it to benefit your health and your wellness, both physically and emotionally. So if you are joining me live, I would encourage you to go and get an oil. I'm going to have peppermint oil, and if you're watching this in the future, then you can get one of your oils and use it. The reason I'm saying peppermint is because peppermint is a really lovely oil to use as an experience. So the first thing I'd like you to do, if you get your peppermint oil, is open the bottle, just place your index finger on the top, thumb on the bottom, turn it upside down, and just press it into the roof of your mouth. So just so that you can taste the power of the purity of these doTERRA oils. So I have not come across any other essential oil brand that has the same purity and effectiveness as the doTERRA oils. And that's because doTERRA rigorously source their oils in the places where the plants grow the best. They distill their oils in the best possible way. And then they also test their oils 54 times for purity. So when you're looking at a brand of oils to see the integrity of that company, the testing is key, because when you test the oils, you're testing for herbicides, pesticides. It could be things that the company have put things in the bottles, but it also could be things that perhaps got into the bottles by accident. So as an example, one of my mentors taught me quite recently actually that sometimes companies store the essential oils in plastic bottles, and when you put essential oils in plastic bottles, they actually leach the chemicals from the plastic, and therefore then it gets into the essential oils and it will affect the purity of it, it will affect the effectiveness of the oil as well. So for me, doTERRA trumps everybody else when it comes to the purity and the integrity and the transparency of how they source their oils and how they then actually distill their oils and test their oils. The other thing that I love about doTERRA is they partner with local farmers. So they don't use any middlemen, they don't use any dealers, and they don't farm any of their plants as well. So once you've pressed that into the roof of your mouth and you've felt the purity of that oil, then what I want you to do is just place one drop into your palms. Got a little bit sidetracked there. Rub your hands together, and then just rub your hands onto the back of your neck, swipe them across your shoulders. So peppermint is really good for relieving tension in the body. So it's actually one of my go-to oils if I ever feel tense, if I get tension in my neck and my shoulders, if I get headaches, things like that. Basically, it's my go-to oil that I actually have probably about 3 different diluted versions of it in my house, in my handbag when I'm going out, just to have. It's really good for energizing you as well. So when you now get your hands, just place them in front of your nose and your mouth, a little bit further away from your face because peppermint's quite potent. Close your eyes and just really breathe the aroma of that oil in. It opens your airways, it energizes you. It's amazing. So I just want to check if I'm seeing, yes, okay, good. I just want to see if people, I can't really see the comments on this, so I might have to look at my phone because Facebook can be a bit funny sometimes. So I'm just going to check. If you have any questions for your class today, please write them in the comments and I'll be sure to try and answer them if you have any. So basically that is your peppermint oil experience. So you can feel it topically on your skin, and these are the 3 ways that you can use your oils: topically, aromatically by breathing the aroma in, and then internally how we've pressed it into the roof of our mouth. So basically those are the 3 ways that you can use your oils. The other way you can use the oils aromatically is with an oils diffuser. So we at doTERRA don't recommend that you put them under a burner, just purely because now we know so much information about the science of the oils and the chemical constituency of the oils. And when you're burning the oils, hi Josephine, nice to see you, my love. When you're burning the oils, you're basically ruining the chemical constituency of the oil. So yes, you'll be able to smell the aroma of the oil, but you won't then get the healing benefits of the oil. So when it comes to using essential oils, they are effectively plant medicine. They're pure aromatic compounds and they work on a cellular level with our body. So when you're inhaling the aroma of the oil, it will go into the olfactory system of your brain. It can literally change the neurochemistry of your brain in seconds. So like for me, peppermint is my go-to in the morning. I have a rollable of it in my bedside drawer. I wake up, I put that into my palms and I breathe the aroma of that oil in, and it's literally just instant uplift and energy. So for me as a mama, as a very pregnant mama at the moment, that's why I keep moving around, because sitting down is not comfortable for me at the moment. But for me in the morning, energy is key, and peppermint is just amazing for doing that for you. As I said before, it relieves tension in the body. So not just in your neck and your shoulders and your head, but also for your digestion as well. So peppermint is amazing for relieving tension in your tummy. So if you're one of those persons that when you feel anxious, you get a knot in your tummy, or perhaps when you eat, you can get bloated sometimes, peppermint is a really, really good support for that as well. So that in a nutshell is what the oils are. They're pure aromatic compounds. Where they're from, they're basically from the immune system of the plant. So depending what plant you use will depend on where it comes from. So peppermint is from the leaf. Most of the citrusy oils are from the rind of the citrus oil, and that's a really good thing to know, because a lot of people now put slices of lemon in their water. It's very popular to do that, which is very, very beneficial for aiding digestion. It's good for our liver. It's good for our overall health and wellness to have some kind of citrus in our water. It's very, very cleansing for our system. But when you put slices of lemon in your water, the actual flesh of the lemon is not very good for the enamel of our teeth. So when you're putting a drop of lemon oil in your water, you will get the benefits of the cleansing effect on your body. It's also very energizing. It cleanses the liver, the kidneys, it aids digestion, and it will just generally make you feel lighter. But because the oil is from the rind of the fruit, you won't get that damage to your teeth like you would if you were to have a slice of lemon in your water. So that's quite a good thing to know. And nowadays, in our home, we don't actually use anything to flavour water apart from oils. So, it's often taught, when you look at nutrition, that you don't want to drink your sugar or your calories, because when you've got squash, things like that flavour water, they can be very, very high in sugars, which obviously aren't good for your teeth. And so in our house, we use things like lemon, wild orange, grapefruit, peppermint, lime. We have all of the oils that you can put in water to give it some flavour. And you can play around with them as well. I know that Julie in this group, she used, I think it was tangerine and lemon this week, which was a really nice combination. So you can play around with the different combinations. So that's what they are. How you use them: aromatically, breathing them in; topically, generally when you're putting the oils on your skin topically. I know we've put the peppermint on neat today. As an adult, you can put the oils on neat, but if you want the oils to last longer on your skin, so what you'll find is as time goes on, you'll still feel the tingly sensation of the peppermint, but as time goes on, it will wear off quite quickly. Whereas, say for instance, you have a tummy ache and you want peppermint to help to soothe that on your tummy, and you want it to last a bit longer, by putting the oils in a carrier oil, we tend to use fractionated coconut oil because that's the best oil for getting the oils into the skin and into the body really quickly. When you put the oils in a carrier oil, it lasts longer on your skin. And then obviously when we are applying the oils to children, it's really, really important to dilute them as well. So as a rule of thumb in our community, whenever I teach anybody to make up rollables, I'll just, let me just get one for you just to show you. Okay, let's have a little look. So this is a rollable I made for my husband this week because he really, really badly hurt his leg at work. So we've made him a little 10mm rollable to support his ligaments around his knee. And I must admit, it's been amazing. I think after 2 days, he's feeling much, much better. So it's working really well. But in a 10mm rollable like this, as a rule of thumb, we would say to put 10 drops of the neat essential oil in, and then you would fill that up with a carrier oil. So in this, we've got a few different oils. So what I did was I just put 2 drops of each oil in there, and then we filled it up. You can put more in as an adult, but 10 is really safe for children. And what I found in my experience is that actually with these oils, because they're so pure, that less is actually more. So start off with 10, see how it works with your system, because everybody's completely different. It's a very personal experience when you use these oils. See how that works for you. If it's something specific like pain relief, or you suffer from sleep issues, you may want to put more drops in. But I have found in my experience that 10 drops of the neat oil is more than enough in a rollable. And we make rollables of most of our oils in our house, just so that you have a diluted version of all of your oils to hand. So if something happens, so particular, those of you that are regular in this group or have been here a little while, you know that Tallulah, my little girl, is 3. And, she's just at that age where she runs into things, falls over, hurts herself all the time. And so we have lavender there, frankincense, tea tree, all there to support her, so I can just grab it and put it on straight away without having to faff around and dilute the oils. It just makes life much, much easier for you. So that's what oils are, how you can use them. We've talked about aromatically, we've talked about topical. Then you have the option of ingesting the oils. Now this again is a very personal thing. So some people don't feel comfortable taking the oils internally, which is absolutely fine. That's a personal choice. I personally have been using the doTERRA oils now for nearly 3 years. And I have always taken them ever since I started with doTERRA, because I know how pure they are. I know that there's nothing else in that bottle. And for me and my family, and also lots of people in this group, hundreds of people in this group, they have taken the oils internally and had very, very good benefits for their health and wellness, both physically and emotionally. So you can take them on your tongue, you can put them in a veggie capsule, however you like. You can put them in water. If you don't feel comfortable taking the oils internally and you want to have the same effects as taking the oils internally, what you would do is make a rollable of the oil and put it on the bottoms of your feet. So as an example, frankincense is an oil that I take every day for health insurance, if you like. So frankincense is the king of oils. So literally it helps to support the cells of our body, so the repair of the cells. So if you know anything about disease within the body, that's when our cells get damaged. So frankincense helps to support that. It's very good for neurological support as well, for our neurological health. It's very good for our skin as well. So I have it in my face cream. doTERRA do a hydration face cream that has frankincense in it. And because it's good for cell renewal, obviously our skin is cells. So when you're putting it on your skin topically, it is really good for reducing the appearance of age and fine lines and all that kind of thing. And it's very, very healing as well. Frankincense is also a good pain reliever. So I broke my finger about 3 or 4 months ago, and I have a history of IBS, which actually I don't have any symptoms of anymore because of my oils and the supplements that I take through doTERRA. But I was told at the hospital to take antibiotics, which are really not good for your gut health, and also the strongest ibuprofen that you can get. Now, both of those things really aren't friendly to your gut. They have very adverse side effects, and I have felt those in the past. I've had ibuprofen make me quite sick from taking it. So when I got home, I was like, oh, I really don't want to take these. So oregano oil is your natural antibiotic. So that you can take internally in a veggie capsule, and it basically is a natural antibiotic. And if you want more science to back all of this information up that I'm telling you, if you go on to pubmed.com, so Public Medical Studies and Aromatic Science, you can look up doTERRA oregano oil, and there are lots of scientific studies done comparing oregano to amoxicillin, I think is the one that they give you in the doctors. And the difference between your modern antibiotic and oregano, modern antibiotics, they're known for killing bacteria. We know that because obviously that's what we want to do when we take them. We want to try and reduce the bacteria to reduce infection. Oregano does the same thing, but what it does is it keeps all of your good bacteria in your gut intact. So there is no known side effect to our gut flora that come from essential oils. So that's something that Dr. Hill has openly said quite a few times. Dr. Hill is one of the CEOs of doTERRA, and he's our leading top scientist. You can look him up on YouTube, and he's actually got his own Facebook page where he uploads a lot of sciencey information. So for me, I was taking 2 to 3 drops of oregano in a veggie capsule every day for 10 days after I broke my finger to prevent infection. And then for pain relief, I was taking frankincense and copaiba, which is another oil that doTERRA does, which is basically their version of cannabis oil, but it's a legal one, and it's also from a different plant. It's like a cousin plant of cannabis. And so frankincense and copaiba in a veggie capsule 3 times a day, and I didn't take any ibuprofen for my broken finger. So when I got home, they numbed my finger with anaesthetic, obviously, to sew it back up. And then I actually had an oils gathering that day, so I know a few of you were here that day when I broke my finger. And as the anaesthetic started to wear off, it was quite, how can I say, not an experience, but it was a lesson for me, because obviously I know that frankincense reduces pain in the body. I know copaiba reduces pain in the body. But for me personally, I don't walk around with a lot of pain generally. Yes, I get a headache, but I don't have chronic pain in my body. So for me to break my finger was a real test to prove how effective and powerful those oils were to relieve pain. And they were, I couldn't believe it, to be perfectly honest. They were just And this is what happens with these oils. They literally surprise you every day. When you start to use them on your day-to-day basis, they really do surprise you. I'm just trying to see if anyone's commented on the video because, okay, cool, that's fine. I can't see any comments for some reason up here. So that's in a nutshell what they are and how you can use them. So then what I want to do is just go through each individual oil of the top 10 oils, because the top 10 oils are what a lot of you have got in this group. And if anyone's new here listening, that's what I recommend everybody to get. So you've got two different kits. You've got the Family Essentials kit and the Home Essentials kit. The Family Essentials kit is 5ml bottles, so you get 88 drops of oil in each bottle. Home Essentials kit is 250 drops, so you get 3 times the amount of oil and you get a diffuser in the Home Essentials kit. So it just depends on your budget and it depends on how much you want to save. But those two kits with the top 10 oils pretty much cover about 90% of our ailments physically and emotionally. There are a couple of other kits that I also recommend which are really good, like the Healthy Habits kit. So if you're wanting to take some supplements and have more digestion support, then that Healthy Habits kit is better for you. And then there's also the Aroma Touch kit, which is more of an emotional kit. So if you want things like Balance and Wild Orange for emotional support, then that's another good kit to have. But the top 10 oils are good. So I've kind of touched on frankincense, I've touched on oregano, I've touched on peppermint. So then I'm going to go for Zengest. So Zengest is basically our digestion blend. So peppermint is really good for digestion, but some of you may suffer from more adverse digestive issues. So you might get heartburn. So for me personally at the moment, this is something that I get with pregnancy, is really bad heartburn throughout the day. And Zengest is amazing for that. So you can just take a couple of drops in your mouth, you can put it in your water, and you can also rub it on your tummy topically as well and on the bottoms of your feet. Peppermint will do the same, but this has got all of the oils in it for digestion. So if you suffer from really bad bloatedness, if you get sensitivities to certain foods, if anybody gets a sickness bug or an upset tummy or constipation, Zengest would be the oil that I would turn to for all of those things. And this is also really good for your respiratory system and sinuses. So a lot of our health, our immune system, resides in our gut. So if your gut health is not good, then it's going to affect a lot of other things. It's going to affect your skin. It's going to affect your respiratory system, so your sinuses. It will disrupt your sleep, and it will also affect your emotions. So I don't know if you've ever heard of this, but when you're formed as a fetus, you basically have your gut and your brain that are connected. And then as you grow, they still stay connected by the vagus nerve. And this is talked about a lot in yoga, where you activate the vagus nerve to calm the nervous system. So if you have an imbalanced gut, then that could affect you emotionally. So it could affect anxiety, depression, things like that. So I quite often talk about people rectifying their gut health, which then has a knock-on effect to the rest of their health overall, basically. So I've had quite a few people that have had skin issues that have cleared it up by sorting out their gut health. Quite a few people that suffer from anxiety, they've sorted that out through their gut health. Sleep issues, sorted that out with their gut health. So it's just something to think about. And if you want to learn more about that and talk to me in person one-to-one, please just directly message me and I'll happily book you in for a private chat and we can talk a little bit more in depth about that for you. So Zengest is your digestive blend. So we talked about frankincense, we talked about oregano. Then we've got melaleuca. So that's basically tea tree. And now if you were to buy this bottle new, it actually has tea tree on it. It doesn't have melaleuca on it anymore. So tea tree is the oil for skin. It's very antibacterial as well. So this is a good one if anybody has skin issues, as in flare-ups with their skin. So like acne, anything to do with the skin that needs antibacterial properties within it. So if you cut yourself, if you burn yourself, anything like that, the two oils that I would mix together would be tea tree and lavender. So lavender soothes the skin. Tea tree has antibacterial properties, which is really good for that. And that's also a really lovely oil to have in your skin routine. And it's also very good if you are into green cleaning and you want to use non-toxic cleaning products. Melaleuca is really good for giving you that antibacterial property. So killing the bad bacteria in your sink, your toilet, wherever you want to clean, but without actually giving you, lung issues from bleach and things like that. So that's a really good one to have in your cleaning kits. Then you have lavender oil. So lavender oil is the oil for sleep. It's also the oil of communication. So quite often we don't sleep because we bottle up what we want to say. And then that can cause anxious feelings and anxious thoughts, and then we don't sleep. So lavender can be used for helping to support sleep. And then lavender is also amazing for everything to do with the skin. So this is one of my go-to oils that I use with Tallulah for stings. So she got stung by a bee recently. You put that on the sting and it takes the sting away. Any kind of rash on your skin, burns, cuts, scrapes, anything like that, lavender is amazing for soothing the skin. It's also really nice to put on your face as well. So again, the face cream that I use has frankincense and lavender in it. So that's a very good one for that. And if you're using it for sleep, you can diffuse it, you can put it on the bottoms of your feet, you can bathe in it, so you can put it in Epsom salts. You can put it on your wrist and the sides of your neck to calm your heart rate, ready for sleep. So it's a very good oil for calming effects. So really good as well if you suffer from anxiety as well. Then you have lemon oil, which I briefly touched on earlier. So lemon oil is the cleansing oil. It's also the oil of focus. So it's very good to diffuse if you need to focus on work and kind of just get your head down. It's very good for having in water for cleansing properties to aid digestion. It's also one of the best oils for cleaning your home with. So this, I have got many stains out of our carpets. Tallulah has drawn on our walls with biro quite a few times. Lemon oil gets it straight off. Any sticky residue from stickers or anything like that, lemon oil just wipes it clean. So it's really good for cutting through grease and kind of sticky residue. So lemon oil is something that you can use for cleaning glass as well. It's really good with white vinegar. So lemon is cleansing for your body and for your home. Then you have the On Guard blend. So this is something that we've been using quite a lot over the last few months because of our situation that we're in. So On Guard is doTERRA's proprietary blend that basically kills the pathogens of colds and flu. So again, if you want more science backup evidence for this, you can go on Aromatic Science, PubMed, look up doTERRA On Guard, and it will show you studies of it compared to things like Milton, Napisan, bleach, all of those things that perhaps maybe we would have used, well, I would have used in the past to kill bacteria. On Guard beats it every time. And so with this is something that I diffuse every day in our home at the moment. If we're going out and about, doTERRA have a recipe to make an antibacterial spray that doesn't ruin your gut flora again. It can be applied topically to the bottoms of your feet. You can take a couple of drops of it in your mouth. So if Simon and I feel like we are coming down with something, if we feel a bit heady, we feel a bit throaty, a couple of drops of that in your mouth. It's quite potent, I'm not going to lie. It has clove in it, so it actually has a numbing feeling in your mouth, but it is amazing at supporting your immune system. So that's a really good one to have if you are around a lot of people that are coughing, sneezing. If you're going on an aeroplane, put that all around your nose, take a couple of drops of it, put it onto the collar of your clothes so you're breathing in the aroma of it the whole time. I think I remember when Tallulah was 6 months old and we took our first holiday to go and visit Simon's dad in Spain, and I made a spray of the On Guard, and my mum came with us, and we got on the plane, and you know, paranoid first mum, spraying all the air vents, spraying the tray because I wanted to kill bad bacteria around my baby, and we all stayed well, so it worked. And then the last one we've got is Deep Blue. So Deep Blue is the oil for supporting joint and muscle discomfort. So this actually, it has a cooling effect when you put it on, but then actually throughout the day, as you have it on, it actually warms up with the body. So it's very good if you suffer from any lower back pain, joint pain, arthritis in your hands. It's really good to put on that. Also, if you do a lot of physical exercise, so if you get what we call DOMS, so muscle pain after doing weight training or running, you can apply that to your muscles to relieve that, which is very good for recovery. Very different from deep heat because it actually works on a cellular level. So this is actually something that we've put in Simon's rollerball. So he basically fell off a platform at work and completely twisted his leg, and it wasn't his actual knee that hurt, but it was the muscles above and below. So we've made him a blend. He's been taking frankincense and copaiba. He's been putting Deep Blue on it as well, and after a couple of days he's seen a massive improvement. I mean, on Wednesday he could barely walk, and now he's walking pretty much without a limp, which is pretty amazing. 2 days with use of oils. So that's your top 10. One more oil because I couldn't find it. The Air Blend. So that's your respiratory blend, and it supports your respiratory system. Very good for this time of year when there are allergies, so pollen in the air. The other 3 oils which are good to support that are lavender, lemon and peppermint as well. They're very good to take internally and to put on your chest. The Air Blend is very good for all things respiratory. So you can apply it to your chest, you can put it on your back. It's good for children. You can, at night, you can diffuse it in their room and put it on their feet. So it's very good for respiratory support. You can apply it to your neck if you feel a bit throaty or you have a cough. It's really, really good for that. And you can also make like a steam bowl. So if you have a bowl of boiling water, put a couple of drops of that in it. It's got peppermint, it's got eucalyptus, it's got all the oils in it to support the respiratory system. It's also really nice if you have a shower, put a couple of drops in the bottom of the shower tray and then have a shower, and it's like a lovely eucalyptus peppermint smell. It's like you're in a spa. It's lovely. So those are the top 10 oils. If you are new here and you want to get oils, please comment in the comments below, or you can message me directly. I also put my number underneath this video for you so you can contact me. And what we'll do is I'll arrange a one-to-one with you where we'll go through your top 3 health priorities, and then I'll make my recommendations for you and show you how to get the oils. If you've been here a while and you have any questions, I'll just wait a minute or two just to check in the comments if you have any questions about any of the oils that I've covered or anything else actually. Then you're more than welcome to ask me. That's what I'm here for. And you know, these classes aren't just for people who are new, and this is the reason that I do them in this group, is because for all of you that have been here a while, I think sometimes it's really good just to recap on what your oils can do for you, because sometimes we forget, you know, they sit in the box and we forget what we can actually use the oils for. So if you have any questions, please just comment below. And those of you that have been live here with me, thank you so much. It's much appreciated. It's nice to see some of your names popping up. I'll just wait a minute or two. I'll just check my phone for the feed as well, because sometimes it doesn't show on my computer, which is a bit weird. Okay. No questions today. Okay, no worries. Well, thank you again for listening. I hope you all have a lovely weekend, and I will speak to you all soon. Sending you all lots of love. Mwah.